And if Kendall Fuller get on here, he don't play video games either. So I don't want to hear nothing he got to say.
I would say Reaves, Jeremy Reaves. Reaves probably the worst.
He's gonna get pissed when I say this. Jeremy Reaves.
Hey, Kendall Fuller and Danny Johnson. Y'all Wikipedia. If you turn that into your teacher, she gonna get that back and say, go find another source. Cut. Man, I do this. Hey, yes. I'm the best with this camera.
Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 11 of Hang Time. And as you guys have probably picked up here on our hints at Hang Time, our cold open, our open of raw footage that we have is often a hint of who the guest is going to be today. And I know what you're thinking. A guy so charismatic and complimenting himself with the skills that he has in dealing in the media productions, you may think the humble, but no, we've already had Landon Collins as a guest, but right up there, we're just as humble as they come, as fun as they come. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Reaves. Reaves, what's up, dog?
What's up, Five? How you doing, big guy?
I'm doing good. Dude, it is good to see you. It is good to see you in person and even on Zoom, bro. You're our guest on Hang Time, and I just find myself smiling here on Zoom. So I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to be in the presence of Five, man.
I'll take it, dude. Well, man, here on Hang Time, we like to talk a little shop. We like to talk a little ball. We like to talk a little life. Mm. So I'm watching that cold open, and I was asking our production team, I was asking Joe and Jesse, and I was just saying, hey, like, what was going on with the throw and shade thing? And they said that you guys were talking about some video games, and they said that, man, they said you were trash at video games. Is that what happened?
Yeah, man. So these are supposed to be my guys, right? You know, my boys that, you know, I go to work with every day. We talk every day. We hang out. You know, we talk. And, man, I get on there. In the back of my mind, I knew it was going to be those two that said it. I knew it was. Yeah. But it's still like, come on, you my boys. A lot has changed since that day, though, man. We've actually played each other, and neither one of them can beat me. So it's kind of crazy how the dice, fall.
Yeah, there you go, man. I remember my like video game dominance stopped with Mario Kart on Nintendo 64. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Nintendo 64.
That was a great game. That was a great
GoldenEye, like some of those old school ones. And I remember whenever like I was early in high school and then even like all throughout high school, some of my buddies were like ridiculous at like Halo and some of like the Call of Duties. And we used to have like cords hooked up across hallways and like I don't know how they did this whole production. And bro, I was a liability, man. I just was I was so bad. So I'm not even about to talk any trash on the video game. I was hot garbage, man.
It's just a little persistence, bro. That's it. Like I will say though, the Halo on like the first Xbox, like the first PlayStation era. Like, I was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. It took me to get to like the PlayStation 4 era to like get good at video games. But that time, I was terrible.
Do you have a personal favorite that you play right now? And then, in your opinion, just like the GOAT? It could be because you were unbeatable at it, or just you enjoyed it in general. Like, is there one that you enjoy playing right now, and then like even in the past, like going all the way back, that was hands down your favorite?
Just game?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say the whole Call of Duty series. I mean, I played that since I was maybe like 11, 12 years old. Like I've been playing that game, and just like the way it's progressed, like that's always gonna be the GOAT to me, man. Like I'll play that game still. I mean, I've been playing it almost 12, 13 years now, so it's the go-to, bro.
All right, so I want to talk a little ball, and I'm excited to have you on after a Philly game because. Like, so for me, a lot of people don't know my story coming right out of college. I was an undrafted free agent to Chicago. I was with Chicago twice. I was with them in that first time, like rookie mini camp, training camp, got cut. I didn't get picked up that whole fall. And then they picked me back up and they cut me again. And so I got picked up by the same team twice and never made the team. So when I get, and no, like hardly anybody from the organization, whenever I was coming out is even there, but still when I see that C on the helmet, I just got a little extra juice. Like I want it to be a career day playing against, the team that ultimately told me no to my dream twice. I know you're a big high energy guy. I know you don't need any extra to play with regardless, but do you get a little something from playing Philly, man?
Oh yeah, man. Like you said, I mean, you understand it just as much as I do, man. Like that was the first team I started my career with, and you get released, and when you come into the business, you don't understand how it works, and so like you always think like the first place you're gonna be is where you're gonna be forever. Like you're young and you don't really understand it all, but
right.
So yeah, every time I play, that team, it's a little bit more on the on the chest for me.
Yeah,
just to get a little.
No doubt, dude. Yeah, I know. I remember whenever you first came in, and it was just like, I mean, you can just freaking do everything so good, and it's just crazy how just timing. Like you look at each other, and we get to be teammates now, and then everybody's just got different journeys and things like that. But man, I'm definitely glad you're with us, bro. I obviously it would have been sweet to have a completely different outcome on Sunday, but dude, I get pumped getting to watch you play against Philly, so it's kind of cool, man.
My man. Look, I wouldn't rather have any other punter, man. I'll take that one to the grave with me, my man.
So I gotta, and I apologize, I'm gonna embarrass you a little bit here. So whenever we had this incredible year of 2019 when I made the Pro Bowl, I asked a lot of the fellas, hey, could I get you your favorite drink, or if you don't take in a certain beverage, could I get you a gift card to a restaurant, things like that. And I remember Reaves told me I would love some Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. And I go, you got it, man. Done and done. And so he gets all excited. I bring it in, gorgeous bottle, everything like that. Well, it just kind of comes to me. We're passing through the hallway one day, and he's with a crew. There's scouts around. There's front office, whatever. I just go, honey, what's up, man? And Reaves knows where I'm going because it's just, hey, what's up, Five? But then all of a sudden, I just kind of get a couple times from somebody else, and I forget who it was. Somebody goes, "Did you just call Reaves honey?" And I go, yeah. And then it hit me. I'm like, yeah, that's an joke. Like a lot of sense, man. So I didn't want to come out the gate on Hang Time and call you honey, but for those of you fans and everybody in the building. For those of you listening on Spotify, if you ever hear me call Jeremy Reaves honey, we're good buddies, and that's just his nickname because of the drink and for being my PP. So yeah, man.
That's a if you know situation.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. All right, so I want to talk about another dude real quick that plays with some serious energy, and we can even stay in the video game realm, because whenever I think if we could redo NFL Street, who would have to be one of the highest rated quarterbacks on NFL Street would be Taylor Heineke, and this ridiculous play that he made, escaping the sack. I feel like the dude plays basketball but playing quarterback. Now, how many times, because like you and I are kind of in the same situation, like you're on defense and you're waiting to see what the offense does, if we have to go out to punt, and we're kind of like watching and getting our thoughts together. What goes through your mind whenever you see him make some of these plays like these about just throwing grown dudes to the ground and making ridiculous passes?
It's crazy. Every game before, I go up and talk to T. We kind of have like this thing pregame, right? It's kind of like our like newfound like thing that we do, virtual, I guess you could call it. But like pregame, I come up to him and I say like a couple words. I'm just like, T, just go have fun, man. Go do what you do, bro. Like, you're a gamer. At the end of the day, like, you might be unorthodox and you might not be what everybody's used to saying, but bro, you're a gamer. You're gonna make it happen.
I could not agree more. Like, there's just so many times, like, in my head, like, I'm seeing the play take place, and it's like, oh my God. Like, how did you? Like, it just like my like inflection just changes of my voice and then I just start laughing. Like, I can't help but laugh and go, that's got to be so frustrating for like defenses. Like you think you've got head to rights, and then bam, he just barely.
Oh yeah, it's tough. I mean, luckily I haven't had to play T on the opposite side of the ball. So, but I mean, you take into account as a defensive back, right? I'm responsible for the passing game. Yeah. But when you have a guy that can run. And when he runs, he's also looking to throw. It's just like you're in conflict, It's like, do I go up here and tackle him, or do I stay back, or do I run 50 yards? What do you do?
Yeah. So No doubt, man. Yeah, I know. He's been fun, man. That dude's just, I feel like he's at any moment, he's just a walking highlight. Just the dude's unbelievable. And speaking of a little bit of highlights, our house call, Reaves, built by Van Meter Homes. Jarrett Patterson. Now, as you know, and I hope that some of the fans noticed, dude, it killed me. I was not able to be on the field this week. I don't know if you know, Reaves, it was my first ever missed game since I got here in 2014, man. So that was a bit of a dagger, but in doing so, I got to scream and yell at the TV and be hyped up with you guys and sit here with the dogs and watch some ball. On the field, like talking about Jared Passer and talking about JP, on the field, when he makes some of the cuts that he does through the line of scrimmage, I lose him on the field. Like I just like he's the way he shifts his body, he's a little bit shorter in stature, and then he just squirts through somewhere. Bro, on TV, I lost him, and especially like on that touchdown run on the first drive. Dude, whenever you guys go up against him in practice, do you ever just freaking lose sight of him?
Yeah, I mean, like the average offensive lineman, I think it was like 6'3".
Oh
6'2".
yeah.
So like, he understands like who he is, right? So he understands that he's a smaller in stature guy. So like, he uses that to advantage. Some people will look at it as disadvantage. He uses that. You can tuck behind guys, and you get lost in the shuffle, and then boom, there you find your seam, and then you go. I've lost him tons of times, and I've got put out of gaps. Because I'm like, coach, look, I'm trying to film the ball. I'm trying to fall back inside, and I'm thinking he's there, and then he pops out over here. So like, I don't know what to do.
Dude, oh man, he is fun to watch, man. That whole backfield that we've got with all those guys, they are just all so completely different, and it's a lot of fun to watch. But man, it's easy to be a JP fan. He's a great dude and a heck of a running back. But yeah, I was wondering if you lost him in practice. I mean, obviously I haven't got to play against him in games, but practice, I bet he's even disappearing, man.
Yeah, so a time or two. I have definitely lost him. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
All right, Reeves. So we're gonna cut away to one of the more fan favorite segments. I would like to take pride. I will call him my rookie that I've got for this year. Mr. Cameron Cheeseman, the guy has got some skills. And before we break it down, Reeves, I want you to just sit back and enjoy this. It is time for our cheese break delivered by Grubhub.
Thanks, Tress. Today we got mozzarella. The name mozzarella comes from the Neapolitan dialect of Italy, stemming from the word mazzare, which means to cut off, derived from the method of working. Let's give this one a taste. Got me craving some spaghetti. Giving it a 9. Back to you, Tress.
Cheese. Thank you so much for the cheese breaks, bro. Reeves, what do you think of the cheese break, man? What do you think of the cheese?
Cheese is cheese, man. It goes hand in hand. You got to know the guy to understand. It goes hand in hand, though. I mean, that just gonna make a lot of money when he's done playing ball, man. When he finds his other calling outside of the ball, he's gonna make a lot of money.
Dude, we had him on Hang Time, and we were talking about how he needs like a full team moving forward. So the Cheez-Its, they have a certain kind of Cheez-Its called Cheez-It Snapped, if you could believe it or not.
Oh, no way.
So I mean, if there couldn't have been like a more perfect product for that dude. So we had this big movement on Hang Time last time of just like, cheese, we got to get the team together. We got to figure out what we got to do, but you got to be the guy for Cheez-It Snapped. Like it's meant to be, man.
We got to push the marketing for him. I mean, I know my boy Pringle over in Kansas City, he pushed the marketing heavy. He finally got Pringles to give him the deal.
Yeah, dude, that was the cheese breaks. The first time we cut away the cheese, I didn't know what to expect. You got a guy where his start of professional sports is in this major market of the nation's capital. And it's like, we got to do with the last name Cheese, man. Let's see what we got. And the dude just is not disappointed, man. He's just been killing it with the cheese breaks.
He's lived up to it, man. I'll give him credit. For Ricky, very proud. Very proud. Very proud.
Dude, I completely agree, man. I completely agree. All right, so I'm gonna get a little selfish here, and I want to just talk a little bit of Reaves. All right.
Let's do it.
You and I were good buds, and we've been teammates for a long time now. I've never got to ask you, let alone in a public setting like this.
All right.
Dude, where did you get that joy for life? Where did you get the personality? Where did you get the love for others? I feel like, and I say this confidently, everybody should have a Jeremy Reaves in their life. You're just a walking hype man, and I would like to thank you on behalf of all of your friends, man.
Man, first I appreciate that, brother, man. Never really told you, but man, like I get a lot of my juice off of you, man. Like the way you carry yourself at work every day, and outside the building, the way you treat people, man. It makes you realize like this isn't work, like you and your the brotherhood, brother. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Honestly, I've kind of just always been like that. I've always been open with people. My parents, one of the biggest things that they taught me is just like, everything that you do out of love.
Love that.
Whether that's people or whether that's whatever you do. So I've kind of really lived my life by that. I try to treat everybody the same with the same amount of respect, because I know one day when I go and when I pass along and I die, that nobody's going to remember me for football or nobody's going to remember me for stats. Like they're going to remember how you made them feel. Woo! And so, that's kind of my motto, bro.
Yeah, man, we're getting deep, dude. I really like that, man. That is, obviously I'm biased, but that is very well said, man. I firmly believe that people can remember how you treat them, and dude, you're definitely stepping in the right direction. That is a huge strength of yours, man. That's cool. That's great to hear.
Appreciate it.
Part of that with the relationships that you're talking about, bro, how many handshakes do you have? Like, I remember like thinking about having to memorize like the prepositions in English class when I was a kid. I mean, I forget how many prepositions that I had to memorize, something of like 30 or 40 somewhere in there. And that's just words. Like I can't, dude, all the handshakes you rattled, where did that start, man? Was that a high school thing, college thing, pro ball thing? And I mean, it is fun to watch for sure.
Honestly, it was like so the first handshake I had was with Landon. We kind of had a simple handshake. It was kind of like the little, you fix your suit and then you walk over with your suitcase, you shake business wise.
Yes.
That was our first thing. Well, then I was like, this year, our DB group is really close. DBs usually are always close. Like,
no,
always
you
together.
Tight, man. Yeah.
You know it. So I was just like, everybody's kind of got different personalities in our room. So like, the handshakes I had with everybody should be to basically fit the personality of the person.
Love it.
So I was like, the heck with it, let's do something different this year. So I just came up with some handshakes. I literally think on it for probably about 10-15 minutes. I'd be like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Da-da-da-da.
So are you like the architect of it? Like, do they defer to you on coming up with it, or is it a team effort?
So I know, like, so everybody has like a distinct handshake for like separately. So like I might have a handshake with Trav, right? But Trav has a different handshake with this person.
Yeah. So
it's like everybody's distinct, but like for the ones that I came up with, all the guys, like, yeah, I pretty much was like, hey, look, let's do this. Da 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 da.
Love it. When you really like break it down, it's so special what we get to do and where we've come from and things like that. So what was, if you don't mind me getting a little deep on you, what was some of the foundation of you as person and a player, high school into college into pro ball, of the Reaves we get to see on Hang Time today?
Yeah. So yeah, let's get deep because we about to dig in a little bit, brother. So in high school, I've said this story a couple of times, but sometimes I talk about it all the time. But sometimes you get a different perspective on things when you watch from the side rather than when you're in it.
Amen.
So my senior year of high school, you're at that point where like you're starting to get a lot of offers and looks and everything's coming and like everything seems to be going well, right? Mm-hmm. Well, midway into my senior year, I ended up breaking my L5 in my back, which sidelined me for an extended period of time. The doctor actually was like, look, this is going to be a 12-month recovery at first and then rehab after that. So in my mind, as a 17-year-old kid, I'm thinking like, I might not even be able to play ball again.
Yeah.
You know, so I was crushed. I was really like going through a tough time at that young age. I was really the real adversity, the first adversity that I had faced in my life. And so you dealing with that, but you also, I'm a captain on my team. I'm a leader on my team. We're 7-0. We got one of the best teams that my high school has had, like ever.
Yeah.
And so while dealing with this, I still have to learn. I'm still having to be that person for my teammates.
Yeah.
And it was tough. You know, it's tough. Yeah. You're very conflicted because you have to be there and you have to lead the younger guys, but at the same time, like you're dealing with all this stuff emotionally.
Yeah.
And you know, it's tough. All the offers started to leave. All, you know, the big schools that were there, they kind of walked away, and then I was left with one option, and that's where I ended up signing. But ultimately, after my senior year, I had to learn from the side. And so I got to see ball from a different set of eyes instead of the ones I had looked at since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And that's kind of gave me my, you know, appreciation for the game and why I played the way I do, and, you know, why, you know, I just am the way I am. You know, I've lost it, and sometimes it takes you to lose something to understand what it really means to you.
Hey, that is man, that is really good, man. I don't know if people listening and watching Hang Time ever take notes, but this is probably one of those episodes that you could just read. Dude, that's really good, man. That perfectly aligns with the person you are, the player you are, just all out in friendships, all out in relationships, all out on the field. Like perfectly matches up, man. It's very inspiring. That's cool, dude.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I mean, I try to be like the same person every day, like my boy Five.
Oh man, that's I dig that. All right, so sadly, heartbreakingly, it looks like we are not going to be headed into that postseason, and so I gotta ask you during the off season, what kind of off season guy are you? I need legit a couple of weeks, a month of some rest, maybe some vacation, family, friends, this, that. Are you a homebody? Are you a workout freak? Are you a traveler? Are you a binge watcher? I mean, I want to know. I want to know what kind of Reaves takes place in the off season, man.
Honestly, usually I would take about a month to like a month and a half off. This off season, I think this last year was a long year, you know, for many, and it's been a very long year.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going to take a little bit more time just to, you know, be with my family, you know, and just kind of enjoy them and my friends, and just be home, you know, and appreciate that time, you know, because, I mean, you know, just as well as I do, it goes by really quick, you know, like you're there and then you leave again.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take a lot of that time to just enjoy them, be with them, you know, go see my other family that's in different places in Georgia, in New York, and just spend time with them, man. Last year, if it's taught me anything, that, man, like family's everything, you know.
Absolutely, bud. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy too. Like I love hearing guys answer in the off season, because like everybody enjoys resting in different ways, and you know, for me, I'm one where I just love being around family, love being around friends, and like take a trip or two with my wife. That's always fun. But just that rest that I get, like you were talking about, of just being with family, and how important that is to have time with family. Because dude, when like right now, like you and I, we're sitting here, we're having a great time talking on Hang Time, but in the back of our heads, we're going to New York this weekend, and we got to perform at the highest level. Like it's just you're just always on, and it's so fun. It's so fun. It's like we're so thankful to be a part of it. But man, whenever that off season hits, just that physical and emotional, mental, like let me just see the people I love, and let me. Like, man, it's definitely rejuvenate, and then you get to come back in April and May and see everybody get all hyped up again. But yeah, that's well deserved, man. I'm glad to hear that, dude. I'm glad to hear that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it takes me about a month or two That takes probably about 2 months, and I'm like, all right, I miss my guys, man. Let's go back to work.
Yeah, it is. That is everybody. A lot of my friends, family, things like that. They're like, "Hey, Tress, what will you miss most, like when you're done playing?" And like they'll talk about playing on the road and playing at home, tough games, and every time, nope, I'm gonna miss the guys, man.
That's how it always is, man. Everything about college and high school. There was never the games. It was never the bowl games or the experiences. It was just like the locker room, man. The guys, like you just can't replicate that anywhere.
Dude, completely agree, man. Completely agree. All right, dude. So I know you're familiar with Hang Time, and I know that you're even familiar a little bit with I know with some of my trivia. Well, man, let me be the first to tell you that it's a different animal whenever you're on Hang Time and you have to perform on Hang Time. But now, as all of you have come to know, it is time for 3 and Out, presented by Theragun. Go to therabody.com to get your Theragun today. And Reaves, you have the opportunity to, I will hand you in person the Theragun if you can complete this trivia question. And ladies and gentlemen, I talked to Reaves before this. We had and I wish I remembered the name. We had a genius fan reach out via social media and said, "Hey, Tress, you should kind of shoot the breeze with your guests and just kind of ask them what area are they confident in that they really want to test their skills." And so I did that. And Reaves looked at me and said, "Tress, I've got History Channel going in the background. I don't even want to mess around with geography, but I want you to hit me with some history." So Reaves, it is now time for our 3 and Out, sponsored by Theragun, with the trivia question. My dude, are you ready? And do you have any questions for me before I give the question to you?
Nah, I think I'm ready. I think I still got it. Still got it. It's been a little bit, but I think I still got it.
There are 3 last names of U.S. presidents.
Oh, God.
That start with the letter J. 3 last names of U.S. presidents start with the letter J. Their last names. Reaves, you are currently at 15 seconds, 45 remaining.
Jefferson.
1.
Johnson.
2. You are almost half. Oh, all right. Officially halfway. 30 seconds remaining. You got 1 left, dude. 20 seconds remaining. Work through them, man.
Jones.
Nope, that's okay. Good guess. 15 seconds. Then we got
Dennis. No.
Nope. Reaves!
Oh! Please tell me what is an easy one, too.
He is on a dollar bill.
Get out of here, bro.
He is on one of our dollar bills.
I said Jefferson. I said Johnson.
That is not the one. That's not the
last name with a J. Oh, look. Hey, everybody on this show, don't say nothing because I know they're about to flame me because I don't know this last J.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, people can say whatever they want. When you come on Hang Time and you have to answer, it's a completely different animal, bro.
See, when I play this in a hotel, I don't have a time limit.
I know.
We just play.
I know, man. I'm sorry. This is the big leagues, man. What if I told you it was the $20 bill?
I don't ever carry cash, Tress. I ain't gonna lie to you.
My man, it's Jackson.
Bro! Oh my God! Bro.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
You know, I don't know why. I might have to be big.
You pulled Johnson, and you had 30 seconds left. I was like, "Yep, Reaves is gonna get it." And man, I'm sorry. I'll have my.
Why didn't I knew that too, bro. That's crazy.
That's it, dude. That was really good though, man. That was really impressive. And I'll tell you what, you can come by my locker and use my Theragun anytime, man.
I got one in my house.
Oh man, I was gonna give you the good travel one. You leave it in the backpack, but that's all right. You're set up. You're good, bro. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on Hang Time, man. I enjoy our friendship. I love being your teammate, and dude, this did not disappoint having you on Hang Time. That was a lot of fun, man.
Man, thanks for having me, brother. It's always a good time with my guy.
You got it, man.